Yeah, gonna do two audio. Purchase one. Allow 1 second. Three. Let's see. Hey, sissy.
These people get on my nerves. Why would they wait right before a class talking about their purchasing and then get a link and then they're inboxing me?
Everybody got a link because I got 12 people in now.
Is that who?
Everybody got their link because I got all 12 people.
I'm just telling you, some girl named Sally Girl 4420018 Yahoo says she purchased it. What's her email?
Okay.
And then some other girl, I don't know what the fuck this is, and I believe she just got my phone. Who are you? Her name is Shirley. That's that Sally girl. But what she need to do is stop fucking contacting my person.
Yeah, everybody got their emails.
I don't. But I don't know how she got my number. But what she needs to not do is call.
You said Shirley.
Email is Sally Girl 442000.
Okay, hold on. No, I wrote everybody down, baby, that registered. She didn't register. Sally Girl, that's a fucking list. Let me look at my list because I wrote this shit down. And No, there is no Sally girl. Yeah, I need to know what's her Cash App, because I don't see her on here. Sally girl, let me go to Cash App. Hold on. Oh shit. You said Marianne. Ask her what's her Cash App real fast, sis. I ain't see no Sally Ann in the registration, baby. Mm-mm. 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 Hello, everyone. We are waiting for a couple of more people and we're going to get started.
That's fine. I'm ready when you are.
Okay, thank you. So we're gonna get started and give me 5 more minutes. And for the ones that's here, we're gonna keep going. For the ones that's not, I'm sorry. No, it is not okay if you guys record at all. The Zoom is being recorded. Um, yeah, and actually I asked everyone to have their cameras on. But yes, the Zoom is being recorded. So yes, no recording. Okay, hello, everyone. I'm so sorry. We got 26 people. I don't know where everybody else is at, but we have to get started. I don't want to keep y'all long at all, so. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine, Marquita. Okay, so we are going to just go ahead and get started. I don't know where everybody else is. I know they got their emails, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Yours went to spam, okay. Okay. So can y'all see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so today the class is called Clean Your Credit Beneficiary Style. We're gonna talk about the history of credit. We're gonna talk about the rights to rescind. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead. Okay, so the history of consumer reporting agencies. Consumer reporting agencies was formed between the 18 and 1900s. They came to the US in the 19th century, reason so that commercial lenders could use them for risk factors. All credit reporting agencies are not a part of the government. They are affiliated with government. They're not affiliated with the government in any way. The first consumer reporting agencies were small local merchants. They collected consumer information about borrowers from correspondents across the country and sold it to banks and other lenders. The first corporations is Retail Credit Company, headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia, now known as Equifax, founded in 1899, and they hired Fair Isaac and Company, known as FICO. The Union Take Card Company, known as TransUnion, started in 1968, and credit data, I apologize, y'all, I got braces. And Credit Data Corp, TRW Inc., started in 1968, known as Experian, which is based in Dublin, Ireland, and operates in 37 countries and has 17,000 employees, and its revenue is 5.18 billion. And there's your history on the big corporations. There is a difference between credit score and credit report. There are two different products. They are closely related, and lenders use both to determine credit worthiness. Each company uses their own report. Not all lenders use the three bureaus. Different companies even uses their own algorithm, and there are over 200 credit companies, which includes LexisNexis, Innovis, StageStream, and Experian Rent Bureau, which is not a part of Experian. If you call Experian and ask about an eviction, they will tell you that they cannot see Experian Rent Bureau has deleted what they have deleted or even reporting. LexisNexis have everything on file pertaining to you from the time you received your first cell phone at 18 and present. The bankruptcy that is reporting is because of LexisNexis. They steal your information from court database and sell it to other credit companies and make profit. In fact, the bankruptcy courts does not report to any third parties due to the Privacy Act. StageStream does the exact same thing. They steal your information from courts database and sell your information to insurance companies. They are known for background checks and the reasons for your felonies, if you have any. The obligations of the United States, 18 USC 8 states. Wait, hold on. Obligations of the United States include all bonds, certificates of indebtedness, national bank currency, Federal Reserve notes, FRN bank notes, coupons, United States notes, treasury notes, gold certificate, silver certificates, fractional notes, certificates of deposit, bills, checks, drafts for money drawn upon authorized officers or the United States, stamps and other representative of value or whatever denomination issued under the Act of Congress and Council, the United States. So the obligation of the United States is to pay your debt. So the question is, how can you owe a debt when the debt is already paid? So if it's paid, it's because it's an obligation of the United States, 18 USC 8. Then that means it's an obligation, it's an alleged debt. I'm sorry, y'all, I need a whole mouse. Credit card defined under the Truth in Lending Act, 15 USC 1601. Credit card is any card, plate, coupon book, or other credit device existing for the purpose of obtaining money, property, labor, services on credit. Social Security card belongs to the Social Security Administration, and anything that is purchased with your credit card is an obligation of the United States. Your Social Security belongs to the Social Security Administration, which is backed by the Federal Reserve. It's their obligation, not yours. There are two types of debt: original debt collector, the one who extended you the credit card, and the second one is a third party, the one used to collect the delinquent debts such as medical debts, etc. Congress said, 15 USC 1692, there is an abundant evidence of use of abusive, deceptive, and unfair debt collection practices by many debt collectors. Abusive debt collection practice contribute to the number of personal bankruptcy, marital instabilities, loss of jobs, and invasion of privacy. Congress also said in 1601, Truth in Lending, that Congress finds that economic stabilization will be enhanced in competition among the various financial institutions and other firms engaged in extension of credit. It is the purpose to assure a meaningful disclosure of credit terms so that consumer can compare more readily the various credit terms available to them and avoid the uninformed use of credit and protect the consumers against inaccurate and unfair credit billing and credit card practices. So you have to know their definitions. Bureau is the Consumer Financial Protection. The board is the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System. Organization, hold on, okay, there we go. Organization is corporation, government, or governmental subdivision or agency, trust, estate, partnership, cooperative, or association. Debt is an amount owing to the United States, an account of direct loan or loan insured or guaranteed by the United States. Credit is the right granted by a creditor to a debtor to defer payment of debt or to incur debt and defer its payment. Creditor refers only to a person who both regularly extends rather in connection with a loan, sale, or property services. Person means natural person, Indian corporation, partnership, unincorporated association, trust, estate, public or private entity, includes state or local government. Consumer is any natural obligated or allegedly obligated to pay a debt. So the question, who and what are you? Basically, you are a business under a corporation and you are foreign to this corporation, to these corporations under the United States, which is a corporation. Now you owe a debt, but did they tell you that it's an alleged debt? If all obligations belong to the United States and a debt is owning the United States, then why do we have to pay? Beneficiary is an individual who gets the enjoyment out of a transaction, such as a contract, will, or trust. We have been operating under corporate status, acting as corporate people, saying we are consumers when in fact we are the beneficiary. I'm sorry, y'all. So can you go to jail for unpaid debt? 15 USC 1692 The answer is no. The debt collector cannot use false and deceptive means to collect the debt. Attorneys are false and misleading and very deceptive. Traffic tickets are a debt. You cannot go to jail for that debt. They cannot threat to take any action against you for any debt. It's an alleged debt that's already paid. It's an obligation of the United States. I'm sorry, y'all, I do not have a mouse, so I cannot. I'm sorry if y'all hear clicking. The Privacy Act of 1974, 15 U.S.C. 1692 says without prior written consent of consumer directly or indirectly given, debt collectors, including third parties, judges, lawyers, courts, child support bills may not communicate with you unless given prior written consent at any place, at any time, which should be inconvenient to the consumer. So they cannot call you or contact you. It's a Privacy Act. And I'm just going into all of this before we get to what I did. Example, Capital One. Sally got a credit card from Capital One. Sally stopped paying. Capital One gave her information to Hotspot. Hotspot called Sally about the debt, but Sally knew that Capital One gave her information, and Sally knows they cannot call or harass her at any time. It's a privacy issue because Sally did not give neither Capital One consent to give her information to Hotspot. It's illegal and it's an act of her privacy. Okay, so question. So what did Beautiful Asra do? I started acting in my beneficiary capacity. I took charge, and this is how I took charge. I knew that they could not communicate with me in any way. They could not harass me. I knew that it was considered identity theft when PNC gave my private information. That's just an example. Gave my private information to another company. I knew that it was a privacy issue when Navient gave my information to Aid Vantage, which is a student loan. I knew that the bankruptcy courts did not give my information to any third parties. Block of information, 15 USC 1681 C2. The Bureau has 4 days, not 15, not 30, to block information that's resulted in identity theft. So after I obtained my report from LexisNexis, I placed the freeze. So I froze LexisNexis and StateStream and the rent bureaus. I had the companies remove what did not belong to me, and I placed the freeze on all the companies. I obtained my free consumer report from all 3 bureaus at freeannualreport.com. I removed addresses and inquiries. So they judge you by your zip code. So I put myself in a rich area zip code. I removed all old addresses, unassociated myself from all addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, and my social is no longer shown on my report. The big thing is you want to file an identity theft report because that's exactly what it is. And a CFPB complaint. You want to upload the FTC report to the CFP complaint. Make sure you add the company and tag the bureau you're after in that CFPB complaint. If you mail it, make sure it's certified so that they sign for it, so that you know they have received it. The eOscar system, not all dispute templates work. The 609 letters are all the same. No one reads them. Each dispute you send is ran into that system. It is not an actual person reading it. That system matches your information with the company and it comes back verified. So this is why it's important to remove all old addresses. Use the first and last name on your credit report, because when your dispute is ran through that system, they cannot match it. So if you remove everything and just leave the only address that you have on there, remove all your old addresses, phone numbers, emails, remove it. That way, when they run it through the system, they're not going to be able to match it and say, this is Shaquita Robertson and this is verified. So once you remove everything, you good. And then a lot of templates don't work, like I say, because everybody using the same thing. Everybody is using 609s. Everybody is using the exact same thing. So a lot of people don't see results because of that reason. but everybody think that they're reading their paper. It's like a million papers that come through. So if one person is reading it, or 5 people is reading it, even though they got 17,000 billion employees, everybody not about to read this information for y'all. It's not about to go through at all. If you have an open account, you most definitely do not want to touch them. They will bring your score down. Do not remove any inquiry pertaining to that open account. It will close that account. So what that means is if you got Capital One right now and you're paying on Capital One and that account is good, your credit score is 580 or let's say 600, but you sit here and you dispute that account, it's gonna bring your credit score down. So don't touch no open accounts. Even the inquiry, do not touch it. Remember, open accounts are your active accounts. Do not touch. Closed accounts, they are inactive. You or your lender close it, so delete it. Derogatory, describe late payments, charge off, etc. So delete it and collect. And the collection accounts is debt that has been transferred to third parties. It can be deleted. How long is this process? This is not an overnight process. It can take 30 to 45 days, depending on your credit. These are the methods that I use and they work. I've erased student debt, Macy's, cable, repossession, judgment, bankruptcies with this method. Also, bankruptcies obtain a letter from the court. Also, obtain a letter from the bankruptcy court explaining that they do not give your information to third parties and send it to the bureaus, including LexisNexis and StageStream. So that's another thing that I did because I had a bankruptcy as well. And I sent it to them and froze them as well. So make sure y'all send that letter. You want to make a copy of it and then send it out. So identity theft report in the CFPB. I'm gonna walk you through the CFPB. So I don't know if y'all familiar with it, but you can go to consumer finance, and I would like for you to also pull up in your browser ftc.gov. Do y'all need that done, or do y'all want me to walk y'all through it? Somebody say yes or no, because we don't have to if y'all don't want to. Y'all want me to? Shaquita, you said yes.
Yeah,
I want the whole enchilada.
yeah.
Okay, hold on. I know y'all could probably hear all of this. I'm so sorry, y'all. So I'm gonna just pull up complaints on my end, but it's consumerfinance.gov. Make sure y'all pull both of them up. Somebody tell me when y'all got there.
Are you gonna share your screen?
Oh, it's not showing?
No,
I thought it was. Hold on.
we still see your PowerPoint.
Really? Oh, Lord. Hold on. You can't see this at all?
No, we still see your PowerPoint, so you might have to close out your PowerPoint and then share your screen for whatever for the website.
Do you see that?
Actually, you just go to where it says shared screen at the top or the bottom, and then you choose the screen that you want to use because there's like multiple screens. You see that?
This is muted. Oh, okay. Okay. I see it. Y'all see that?
Now we see it. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Hold on, here I come, y'all. Okay, so then you're gonna submit a complaint. I'm sorry. How can I move this stuff out the way? I can't even see nothing. I'm coming, y'all. Okay. You're gonna start a new complaint. I already have account, so. Y'all gonna log in. I don't know if y'all have an account with them, but y'all can log in. You might have to set it up. So just put your first, last name in there and all the other information is asking you to. And then you're gonna go to submit a complaint. So depending on what your complaint is about, that they have a lot, they have these options. So checking or savings account, mortgage, credit card or prepaid, payday loan, credit reporting services, student loan, debt collection, vehicle loan, money transfer. And you're just gonna select one of those. So we're gonna say, debt collection. What type of services? Check or cashing, mobile, digital wallet, debt settlement, money order, domestic, refund, foreign, international, traverse check, virtual. That wouldn't pertain to me. Wait, hold on. I said credit card or prepaid. Okay, let's say mortgage. Let's keep going. We gonna say other type of mortgage. FHA mortgage, who cares? We're just gonna say something. I'm just walking y'all through how. So you're applying for a mortgage or refinancing, struggling to pay, closing on a mortgage, problem with credit report or credit score, you can say that. So this is just an example. Which best describe your problem? Inaccurate information on your report, unable to get your credit report or credit score, problem with credit reporting company, investigation into existing problem, credit monitoring or identity theft, billing dispute, unwanted marketing, improper use of your report, problem with fraud or security. So let's just say we're gonna say incorrect information. Like I say, this is just an example. Which best describe what happened? Information belongs to someone else. Information is missing. That should be on the report. Account information incorrect. Account status incorrect. Public record information incorrect. Old information reappears, never go away. I can't on my computer. What I say? Okay. So we could just pick one. Who cares? We just gonna say loan balance. Have you already tried to fix this problem? I say no. Let's say you say no. So then this part, you're gonna describe what happened. So mortgage company. Mortgage company is reporting inaccurate Oh, that's slang, ain't it? Inaccurate. My mortgage, I'm just saying stuff. My mortgage is paid per obligation. I'm just saying stuff of the United States, right? You just don't say that. Then, me, I put laws in mine, like CFRs and USCs. I put them in there describing whatever situation it is that I have. When it comes to this part, I want the CFP to publish this description on consumerfinance.gov so that others can learn from my experience. The CFPB will take steps to remove my personal information from this description, but someone may be able to identify me. You can learn how it works. You can hit the link. I consent to publishing this description after the CFPB have taken steps. I would personally say yes. Because after your complaint, everybody will be able to see it. And you want them to see what's going on with you in that company and maybe other people that's going through it with the same company. You just never know. So I would say yes. What would be a fair resolution? What would be fair is if they remove item from my report. Something like that. Whatever pertaining to you though. Then you're gonna attach your documents. So include a copy of your photos. If y'all gonna mail it off as well, I will, me personally, like what I did, I took a picture of my certified copy mail and I uploaded it to them. I uploaded my credit report to them with the inaccuracies and stuff like that. So that's how you do that. You're gonna go next. What company is this company? Okay, when it comes to this part, I cannot, this is all the way over here. What company is this complaint about? We'll forward your entire complaint to each company and request they respond within 15 days of receiving it. So when you started, you selected your complaint was about the mortgage, though it looks like you have a problem with your credit report or credit score. Do you want to submit this complaint to the mortgage company? You're gonna say yes. Do you want to add a company? You're gonna say yes. So the company that you're gonna add is whatever company, like if it's TransUnion or Equifax, that's who you're gonna add. So we're gonna say Equifax, because they're the ones that report mortgages. Equifax. Then you're gonna say the account number. We're gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you want to add a credit reporting company to this complaint? Oh, yes. Okay, so this must be, my bad, y'all. Hold on. Do you still want to consent this? Yes. Am I going too fast? Okay, the mortgage company, my bad. We just gonna say we're gonna say Equifax Mortgage. That's the name of the mortgage company. And then do you want to add the mortgage? Do you want to add a credit reporting company to this complaint? So you will say yes. So you always add whatever it is. So the first one, my bad, that was I apologize, loves. That was the company, the name of the company. Okay, this company will also receive a complaint. So that means that Equifax is going to receive the same complaint. So the credit company is Equifax, of course. And then they always give you the Dropbox with the stuff. So ignore car services part. Have you already tried to fix the problem with the company? You can say yes or no. It's whatever your decision is. It's your mortgage company. So I'm saying no. This is my first time fixing it. So we need this information to help the company find you in their system. So you're gonna add the social, the last 4, the date of birth, or the name as it appears. The name as it appears on the report. Beautiful Azra. Do you want to complain about another company? So that's if you want to complain. I guess basically you don't have to, go out. So I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna keep going. And then they ask you your first, middle, and last name, address, phone number, age. Are you a service, household status? But you don't have to answer none of those. Those are optional. And then this is the section where you're going to review your complaints. You can edit the section. You can edit all of these sections. What type of problem you're having, you can edit all of them. I just pressed, okay, so I authorize indirect consumer reporting agency to furnish a copy of my consumer report to CFPB for purposes of responding and investigating my consumer complaints. The information given is true to the best of my knowledge and belief. I understand that CFPB cannot act as my lawyer, a court of law, or financial. So the CFPB basically it's just you're putting stuff on file. So let's say if you do decide to go sue anybody like the mortgage company, and let's say they say, oh, well, Shaquita has not been, she hasn't said anything. This is just proof that you have. They also do help out with like winning lawsuits or cases and stuff like that. They do that. But this is just a medium between you and them. And how do I know? Because this is what CFPB told me. And then you submit your complaint. Now this is gonna come back false as hell, y'all, because y'all know this is not right, but that's gonna come back. So you can print your copy and it's successfully submitted. So that's how you do your CFPB complaint. Hold on for 1 second. Okay, so with the FTC, I'm sorry, y'all, I do not know how to work this, move these things out my way. Okay. Okay, this is it. So then you're going to report now. So it depends on what it is. So, and let's say, wait, am I on the right one? So I don't press credit debt, reason being because it's going to send you straight to the CFPB. So I say something else. That's what I do. I say something else, and then you're gonna describe what happened. So anything, and I'm not gonna submit this one at all. Did you pay money? You can say yes, depending on your situation. So we'll say 2,500. How did you? Okay, hold on, y'all. I do not have a mouse and I do not know how to do this. Okay.
You can always use the tab key to go to the next text box.
Okay. How did you pay? Credit card? Was it automatic reoccurring? You can say yes, depending on what it is. What type of gift? So everything is self-explanatory. I don't have a mouse, so I'm not gonna be able to, because the tab is getting on my nerve. Not the tab, but this clicking is getting on my nerve. So the name of the company, the name of the person you dealt with. Do you have other information about them, like the phone number and website? So let's just say, we just gonna put that in, and then tab. Let's see if it let me go through. Okay, are you filing this report on someone else's behalf? No. So then it's gonna ask you your name and details. United States, of course, USA. It's gonna ask you your address, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hamburg Street, Michigan. We're gonna say Detroit. We're gonna say 48205. Phone number 313-872-6696. And type landline. Email address. And then the age range, whatever age you are. Military status, none of these. I'm not a military. I don't know if you guys are. Are you filing on behalf of a small business? That's for if you file on behalf of a small business. And then you're gonna submit your complaint. I'm not gonna submit this because I'm not gonna mess with them. But yeah, that's how you do that. The FTC. Hold on for 1 second. Okay, so that's how you submit your FTC report and your CFPB. So for everything that was on my credit, I submitted an FTC report and a CFPB, and I submitted them all together. So that was another thing that I did. Can y'all see the screen?
Yes.
Back to the PowerPoint. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now we're going to talk about CPN and trade lines. It's recommended to obtain a CPN while working on your report. It is not illegal. It is very legal. And I will allow Tamika to explain that process to you guys. So where is Tamika?
I'm here.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Greetings, Earth.
Yeah.
Greetings.
Greetings. Okay, so I will briefly touch on CPNs and trade lines. So of course, we all know that we don't need credit. We know we got unlimited credit. We know all that good stuff. But we also know that these corporations do not like to follow the rules. I'm always a firm believer that You want to be able to sit down at these tables with these people if you have to, especially right now with so much that is going on, and the way they're changing things. We need to make sure that we're prepared at all times. If you got bad credit, you're not going to be able to do that. So yes,
You're breaking up.
know
You're
we
breaking
got
up.
unlimited credit, but you also want to get at least a 700 credit score. You also want to make sure that you are in a position, just in case you ever need to go sit down with these people, that you can acquire the items in which it is that you want, get the foundation that you need, and then turn around and rescind the contract. Nobody today should be walking around with a bad credit score, whether credit is unlimited or not. Okay. There is a big stigma over CPNs and saying that they are illegal. They are not illegal. If you go under the FBI website, it even tell you that they're not illegal. It is the way that people are using the CPN, which makes it illegal. And if we want to get to the law of it, the number 5, USC 522A says that it is illegal to give our social security number out to anybody. Just as beautiful as was said in the beginning, the social security number doesn't belong to us. So it is considered fraud, which is why you can file an FTC report, because that social security number is not supposed to be given out to anybody. And the law says that they have no right to ask you for it. And once again, that is under 5 USC 522A. Okay, so that is the reason you are allowed to have a credit profile number. With the credit profile number, it is like starting your credit over. It's like a fresh start for those people who just don't see no way out, or you don't have the time to clean your own credit up, or whatever the case may be. You do have the option of a CPN. Even if your credit score is 700, I will tell you to get a CPN. Why? Because you want to stay with clean hands, as I always say. And we're not supposed to give out that social. And we ain't supposed to give out that social. Okay? When it comes to a CPN, the quickest way to build one is to add trade lines onto your CPN so that you can gain a score rapidly. But I want to just reiterate, and I'll probably say it again, they are not illegal. You cannot go to jail unless you go out here and acquire a whole bunch of stuff and put yourself on the radar. Okay? The only thing you cannot use your CPN for is for government assistance and mortgages. And you can't use it to inquire a job. Now, if you got an EIN number and you use your all caps name to obtain that EIN number, you can use your EIN number in case of a job. If you're having issues getting a job because of a background or anything like that, you can obtain an EIN number, put it up under, it'll be an EIN number for your all caps name, and you can use it that way. So that is an option. I have a CPN. I use a CPN. Stars use CPNs because we know that credit hacking is real. So these people are not walking around here as billionaires. Bill Gates is not using his social security number. Bill Gates is using a CPN because it is a credit profile number. It's still attached to you, but it does not bring any of your old debt with you. So that will be another option if you're trying to get your credit fixed extremely, extremely fast. Just to touch on the CFPB report, when she did it, she just wanted to show you guys how to do it. Make sure you add the laws, whatever corresponding law needs to go with whatever you're disputing. Please put it there. What you want option, tell them what you want. I want an open-ended account. I actually got my open-ended account through Credit One because I did a CFPB complaint about something totally different, but I just added it in there and they got me a response back from the president's office, which ultimately made my credit card open-ended because of that. I used that opportunity and I took advantage of it, not knowing if it was going to work. So there it is. A lot of people get a misconception and they call TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian the bureau. I'm sorry.
You were breaking up. people make a mistake and call TransUnion assumed. They're not a bureau. They assume the role, and the only bureau is the Consumer Financial Protection. Now, so for some people who have their reports to them, they'll say they'll close them out and that they don't do much. They actually do because they keep a report of how many companies get the same like report put on them, and that's where class actions come from. There is an option on the CFPB where you can actually go see old complaints. All of my complaints are there. I make them public. Can't tell you where they at because they're not by name. They go by number. But when you're creating those reports, go and pull Experian up and go look at the many complaints that people like me have put in. Take information out of there if it fits you and put it into that report. She didn't touch on it, but I will. There is under 15 USC 1681N, you can opt out of anything that is reporting to your credit report. Under the law, whoever is reporting, so let's just say it's Walmart. You got a Walmart credit card. If Walmart is reporting to your credit report every 30 days before they report, they are lawfully supposed to send you an option to opt out. So opt out. You don't want it on your credit report, opt out. Create an opt-out letter, backdated 3 weeks or a month, upload it to the CFPB. They'll remove it in 4 days or less. You say, per the law, I am opting out because this is your information. And because the credit bureaus are not government, they're no different than Walmart and Burger King. You have the right to say if you want your information within their system. There's also a law called the right to be forgotten. That is an absolute law. The only person you can't use the right to be forgotten law with is the media. So that goes for Google. That goes for everybody. Opt out. LexisNexis, opt out. Before you even attempt to fix your credit, you want to opt out of LexisNexis, SageStream. Who is the other ones? It's a whole bunch of them. They have a list of them on the CFPB website. The LexisNexis is like the devil. They actually is connected to the court system, and that's how they got all of your information. If I was you, I will order all of these reports because it's a violation of the Privacy Act of 1974. It's a violation of the Graham Beach Ailey Act. I will order the report so you can get your proof of claim in your hand. I would then put a security freeze on those same reports. And I personally will not go after them for violations of my privacy at $1,000 per watt. So now you just got your check and you just got your credit cleared off. For anybody that wants or thinks about getting a CPN, you guys can let us know. We do have a contact that does strictly CPNs, if that is something that you're looking for. I did a CPN class a long time ago. Don't think that I will do another one unless I get enough people that want to know how to do it themselves, and then maybe I will. But you can absolutely use one. Okay, so trade lines while you're cleaning off your credit report and you want to add credit to it. There are trade line companies. You got a family member that got a credit card, ask them to add you on. If you're trying to build your children's credit, all of my children, starting from the age of, well, I only got 2, from the age of 14, were on my credit card. So when my daughter just turned 18, a day after her 18th birthday, she had a 742 credit score because I put her on all of my credit cards as a user, even though she did, well, she had access, but not like that. That does assist in that as well. So that's my little 2 cents. CPNs is legal. Go check it on the FBI website. Y'all want to get one, we can make sure y'all can get one, show y'all how to either do one, and trade lines, because we're going to just be real. We all are not blind. We all see what is happening in the world. And if you don't go get your family together, get your credit score up, go get whatever you need, motorhome, house, car, whatever, then turn around and rescind it. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Once you got the item in your hand, then you know with the proper foundation how to go and rescind these contracts, keep the item in which it is that you got to keep it to moving, and it won't even affect your credit score. But we got to get prepared. So right now, you got to do any and everything that you got to do to get yourself in a financial situation that you need to get in before they change this system, before there's no more food on the shelves, and then people around here like, oh my God, prepare yourself now. So that's all I got to say on the CPN and trade line. It's legal. Y'all want to log in, it's 5 USC 522A that says you are never to give your social security number out. It does not belong to you. That's why the back of your car say if found, return to the Social Security Administration. That's why the back of your car says that if we ask you for it, you got to run it. That's it. That's all I have to say about that. Just you can take it back.
Okay. So as she was speaking on the rights to recession, that is 1635. And because you signed your signature, I'm trying to, okay, whatever. Because you signed your signature on the bond paper, that's what you are rescinding. You can rescind your car, your home, etc. If you rescind the contract, you are telling them you don't want anything, including your signature, which was the original payment for the property. Since you got something to say about that?
If you're going to do a rescission, you got to make sure that is within the last 3 years, because the rescission law is 3 years. If it's anything over 3 years, you're going to have to do a full administrative process in order to get remedy for that particular transaction. If you do the right to rescind within the 3 years, they have 20 days to release the property, to return your funds, and the whole 9 yards. But it is 3 years, but you have to give them reason to why you are rescinding the contract. One of the reasons, if they didn't give you 3 copies, and it's not 2, everybody says 2, it's actually 3 copies of the right to rescind that contract. That is the reason for you to rescind the contract. If they did not disclose to you that your insurance, everybody says that it's car insurance. It's not. They do have, the way that they wrote it, they give you an option whether or not you want to obtain your own car insurance. But that is not the insurance that they're talking about. It is credit life insurance that is added within that finance charge, which is the sum of all charges. Credit life, for you guys that don't know, when you pass away, you can get credit life on your house, you can get credit life on your car. In the case of you pass away, it's like a life insurance policy, but it is for your tangible items. This is the reason to why when a person dies, they make you go put an ad in the newspaper talking about some darn debtors. No, it's not. It's so that the world can know that you have now passed away, so that they can cash in on that credit life insurance that they are the beneficiary of. That is the insurance in which it is that they're talking about. That's included in the finance charge. So the next time y'all see somebody talking about it's car insurance, no, it's not. Actually, your DMV is supposed to be paying for your car insurance, but the dealership itself has credit life insurance on you, and they're the beneficiary. So if you're going to do a rescission of the contract, make sure you put that you want the beneficiary of the credit life insurance changed, and you want a copy of the policy, because even if you rescinded the contract, they gave you the title and gave you your money back. As soon as you drop, they're going to cash in on the insurance policy that technically should be going to your family. And that's that.
All right. So remember that, what I want y'all to remember is that Social Security numbers were created in 1936 by the government to track all United States workers. Then they created the CPNs in 1974 as a product of the Privacy Act of 1974. Do not use your CPN to file taxes. It is for household and business purposes only. It's a secondary profile. It is actually illegal to give your Social Security number to anyone because it belongs to the United States, not you. Also remember, you did not give permission for anyone to call you, write you, threaten you, or even harass you. Everything you purchase using your signature and your social is already paid for. There is no such thing as a debt. The United States is and has been in bankruptcy since 1935. Therefore, all obligations belong to them. So I'm going to stop that. And I am going to, at this time, see, I'm gonna take 10 people. I'm gonna answer 10 people questions. So you guys will have to raise your hand if you have questions. Asita.
It's Acetia. Thank you.
Acetia, thank you. Hey, Acetia.
How are you?
Hi, happy seeing you. You be asking us if we okay and everything.
Yes, because I hadn't heard from you guys. I was just wanting to make sure you guys were okay. There were a couple of people in the chat that wanted you to do an example of for student loans. I was actually one of them. What would be the reason for the student loans when you're filling out the I think it was the first one that you went to, the FTC complaint, I believe it was. No, the CFPB, I think it was. The first example that you did.
Let me see. Student loans, they don't even supposed to be reporting anyway. The schools do not, it's an act. The schools do not even give them permission to even report to your credit report. It's called the Educational Privacy Act. So they don't even give them, so basically I would say, me personally, for me, what I did, I said identity theft. I'm just gonna be honest with you. That's just what I said. Which that's because it is.
Can I interject?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want y'all to know I'm just a guest, so this ain't my life. But anyway, so you do have the Family Educational Act, where when you signed up for the school actually guaranteed
You lagging.
with you that they would not provide any
You lagging, Tamika. We can't even hear you now.
and they use the word
Yeah, can you say that again?
of your information to a third party. Jesus. Is that
Say
better?
that. Say that one more time, because you
Somebody say yes.
You went out. Put it in the chat. She went out.
Better? Is that better?
Yes.
Is that better?
Yep. Can you hear?
Yeah, we can
I
hear
hear
now.
you.
Okay, I can hear y'all now. I live like in the worst neighborhood ever when it comes to our internet services, so I apologize, guys. Okay, so when you sign up for school, there is a Family Educational Act, and I will have her posted when this is over, that says that the school agree with you that they will not provide any of your information to a third party about anything when it comes to your schedule, when it comes to full-time, part-time status, and when it comes to anything that is owed. People has the misconception to think because you filled out a government form, the FAFSA, that it is a government loan. And they're going to tell you to call your servicer, the servicer is a service, that no corporate loans. It also states that your transaction history cannot be reported. So y'all know how y'all see people with a utilization of 0? It's because they cannot report your transaction history, which means they can't say what your minimum balance is. They can't say what you owe them. They cannot give any physical amounts. But I promise you, if you guys go pull your report from like Privacy Guard or Identity Q, I love Identity Q the best. You go pull your credit report from Identity Q, it's going to give you all 3 of your reports side by side. If one thing is wrong, they got to remove it. For example, student loan. Experian say it opened up on January 1st. Equifax say it opened up on January 2nd. What's the other one? TransUnion say it opened up January 4th. Guess what? That's inaccurate reporting across the board. They have to remove it. It also says, since they want to play like they're government, and even though we know they're not government, but we'll play, it says that a government agency cannot report anything about you to anybody. There you go. But I personally, when it comes to a student loan, I will go read that contract. because that contract has the same statement in it that your car contract has in it, which is 16 CFR 433.2, where it says any holder of this consumer credit contract that you, it's in every last one of your contracts. So what are your rights? Title 15, TILA, no reporting, can't do transaction history. Another government agency can't report to another government agency. Since everybody want to act like they government, make them stand on it. If it's not reported correctly, if the payment date is wrong, if one say it was 30 days and it was say it was 60 days, a lot of things, guys, can be taken off of your credit report just by looking at them side by side and find one thing wrong. Upload it, they have to remove it. Okay? But y'all student loans, y'all should try to go get that money. So I would do personally, I would do an administrator. I would get it off my credit report because don't forget, I own N 1681 N that you can opt out of anybody reporting. So do I opt out, let it boom, get them off of there. But I would turn around and take that contract, compare it with the law, as well as the Emergency Banking Act, do an administrative process, send it up to the heads and tell them to run that money because everything that they say we owe them, they actually owe us, especially due to the fact that they did a cancellation of debt already. So that's how you can remove it. Hope that helped. All right, since you go back and take it back over.
Okay. Angela? You muted.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to say thank you for having me. I have a question in regards to, I got a couple of them, CPN. I am interested in getting one of those. I would like to know what the acronym stands for.
Credit profile number. Did you hear me?
No, you broke up.
It's credit profile number.
It's a credit profile number.
Okay, and also, which act was that you stated that the government couldn't report anything in regards to a consumer as far as credit reports?
I don't know that one off of my head because I haven't used it in so long, but I will definitely pull it and I'll make sure she get it because she gets to send y'all an email. So all of the acts that I named that I didn't get y'all the codes for them too, because like I said, it's not my line. But I'll make sure that she has them and she can send it to you guys. But the opt-out one is 15 USC 16 N. And then for the student loans, you got the Family and Educational Act. You also got the Privacy Act of 1974. And then anybody that got your social security number, you can get them based on that because it is illegal for them to ask, and that is under 5 USC 522A. A as an apple.
Okay, and Miss Ashford, I'm sorry for calling you Miss. Some people don't like to be called it. But in regards to the I guess it would be you just posted something earlier on in regards to person definitions. Has that word Indian always been in there? Because I noticed that it was in there and I've never noticed it in there.
Yes, it's always been in there.
Okay, and where was that one at? What particular is it in the 15 USC codes?
1601, yes, at the beginning. Also, it's in 28302. So Title 28 US Code 3002.
Because now this could be for both of you. This is my last one. I apologize, but I actually did a rescission letter on a car. Now I stalled them for quite some time. It was like 2 whole months without payment. 5 a.m. in the morning, they came and ripped. I mean, never answered the rescission. I told them about, of course, then Miss Tamika just stated that there are 3 letters. I only knew of 2. However, I did do a rescission. I did tell them that I didn't receive all of my forms, but they came and took that car in the middle of the morning, in the wee hours of the morning, never answered any of my letters whatsoever, and are still sitting up there. They just now did take down the, well, they didn't even take them down. They, both the cars are still up there.
Yes,
So-
that's because you rescinded the whole contract, so technically.
How long ago did they take the vehicles?
Okay.
Nope. No,
To,
no,
20,
no,
it was in October
no, no.
2019.
Oh, oh, you real late. Very
In
late.
October of 2019, that's not 3 years yet.
How long ago did you get the car though? It's 3 years from the day you signed the contract.
Well, I was within that 3 years when I did the rescission. It was a year before
Okay,
that.
so
But
the thing about the rescission process is that when you send those rescissions, one, you got to make sure it goes to the correct person. Two, what year did you get the car?
I believe 2018, in November of 2018. And
Okay.
in October 2019, I did the rescission.
Okay, so you got the car in October 2018. The
November
company in which
of
it is,
2018.
okay,
Mhm.
in 2018. The company that you sent your rescission to, they didn't even own your note any longer. They're not even the ones who put out the repossession on you. It was the new person that they sold the new note to that the finance company defaulted on. And because you co-signed for the dealership to get the car, people don't realize that. You are co-signing for the dealership. You are co-signing for the dealership. When the dealership defaulted, who do they go to? The same way if you co-sign for your kid don't pay that car. Who they coming after? You. This is why they come after the consumer, because we actually co-signed for the dealership. We were the collateral for the dealership to get the loan. Due to the time frame and how long, due to the time frame, how long it's been, you will literally have to take them to federal court. Not only have they got paid for that car 3 times, they didn't flip that note 1,000,001 times, and they've already did a cancellation of debt. You will have to go through a long administrative process, and you will literally have to take them to federal court under Title 12 securities fraud.
Well, I listened to your discharge that crap. I don't want to say the word, but couldn't I get them that way by finding the trustee and going in that way?
You could, but then you have to look at the fact it's gone. It's too long. It's been since 2018. They don't even, I can guarantee you, they don't even know who your papers are. That's why the rescission process is only 3 years from the time that you get it. So because it's over 3 years, you will literally have to get them on security fraud. So the only way you'll be able to get them is if you had a forensic financial audit done on the account, seeing how many times and how many places they have sold your note to, and get them on securities fraud. And that's going to take a minute. And I'm just going to be honest with you. Now, if it was something last year, I could tell you how to do it. But we talking about you got the car in 2018, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So already 5 years. So that money that you abandoned, because they're going to say you abandoned it, is actually with your state now. So, and it's going to be a long drawn out process because it's not something that was recent. Just like most people, if you're on this call and you face a repossession, or you just recently had a repossession, people don't know that when they come and repossess your vehicle, they have to call the police within 24 hours to advise them that they repossessed your vehicle, or you can report the vehicle as stolen. And I can promise you, in a long time I've been doing this, not one tow company ever, and I mean never, call the police to let them know that they took your vehicle. So that's a way that you can get your car back too. But yeah, talk about 2018. I'm just gonna be honest with you, baby. Chalk it up. It's a wrap.
Okay.
It's gonna take too long.
Now I have one more question in regards to that, because you said they sold the note, right? And is it legal? Was it legal for them, the car dealership and the actual service company, has the same owner?
Yeah, they can do that. And I'm gonna tell you something else, which is legal, which nobody pays attention to, is on the finance page, the page that got all the amounts where you signed your signature. There is a spot on there that says you gave them security interest. Not only did you agree to give them security interest, you gave them permission to transfer the note. But I'm gonna go one more. And if anybody got your car contract, go fact check me. It also says that you can keep whatever proceeds they make. People better start reading what they sign it because you gave them permission to do it. And I can tell you that note has been sold so many times. The amount that it's going to cost you to get a forensic audit done on it will cost you more than you will even get back. And I'm just really being honest. I ran a forensic audit one time. It's very tedious, which is why I don't do it. The program cost me $24,000 to do it. And they sold one note, a mortgage note, 10,128 times. There was $728 billion in that account. There you go. But you have to get a forensic audit done, and that is extremely expensive. It won't even be worth it. If I was you, if I don't know what your credit is like, if your credit is good, if you want to get back at that same company, I will go back to that same company, get me the highest car they got on that goddamn lot, okay? And then turn around and do the rescission process the right way. And then there you go. But trying to go back to 2018 is not going to be worth it.
Yeah, I don't think they give me another car because it's still up on my credit report.
That's why I said get it taken off of your credit report.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Now you can get it off that way. You can get it off your credit report, but yeah, that would be it because the other time frame, and I'm not gonna waste your time with it. And then if you did try to go after them, you would have to have so much foundation and so much knowledge to be able to stand there and do it because you are out of so many time frames that even though there is a law that says there's no statute of limitations on fraud, you're gonna be able to have a whole lot of knowledge and know how to talk that bank talk in order for you to win that one.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I wish I could have helped you a little better because I like going after these car companies, the courts. I like just sticking it to all of them. But yeah, no, babe, it's going to just take too long. But there is a way for you to get those off of your report because they have filed a 1099-C. They did do a cancellation of debt. So I will work it that way. And due to the fact that they illegally put something on your credit report, you can sue them for damages that way. And that way you can get you some money because it's still reporting, okay?
Brian,
Hello?
we can hear you. Hey, Brian.
All right. Pace. Yeah, you said that you said you was able to change your address on your credit reports to a rich neighborhood. Can you explain that process? Because I need to live in a rich neighborhood too.
So basically what I did was I Googled like, a rich area or, not a poor area. So like I'm from Detroit, right? And my area was not the best neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? So they judge you by your zip code. So the way that I do it is I went to UPS and UPS give out addresses. So you might have to drive 20, 30 minutes, I don't know, away from the hood that you live in. And then I called them and, changed my address. And that's just how I did it.
You said go to UPS?
I went through UPS. Yeah.
And what, you get to change your address form from UPS or something?
No, you just pay for an address. You can pay for an address with them. I think it should be like $40 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And they would give you a physical address. You can also get a iPostal address as well. That one is $14, $15, something like that. But me, I went through UPS because they give out a physical address.
Got you. Appreciate you.
Just as just to add something to the address. If you're trying to get yourself totally free, you want to get yourself out of federal jurisdiction, your home address is connected to the UPS, to the United States Postal Service, which is connected to the Queen, which is connected to the Treasury. As long as you get mail put up at your house, you are still under the federal jurisdiction. There is an application that you can fill out at the Postal Service to be an agent for that all caps name and get the mail sent that way, which takes you out of federal jurisdiction. Or like she said, iPostal One, you can get out a physical PO box and get all your mail sent there, and it takes you out of federal jurisdiction. Or UPS, anywhere where you can get a PO box, as long as you don't get the PO box from the United States Postal Service, it also takes you out of federal jurisdiction. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
My pleasure.
And I just got a PO box from the United States Post Office too. Damn.
Sager.
Yeah, CJ. How y'all doing?
I apologize, Caesar.
No, it's good. It's all gravy. But yeah, I had a question on are you guys utilizing the 1099-C? And since we are the true creditors, are you guys putting yourself as creditors on the 1099-C?
I don't know.
And then I had another question about the remittance.
Okay. The 1099-C, you're not the creditor. You are the lender.
Yeah, he is.
Go ahead, Tamika.
Yeah, he is. But
Oh.
this Zoom is about fixing your credit report. But yeah, you are the creditor on there, and you will do it that way.
Okay. All right. And then I guess we're gonna keep it about that, or I had another question about the remittance process, or maybe I can speak to you as like on a personal level.
Yeah, you can send an email to pastorfreedom@gmail.com and set up a consult. But yeah, I'm just a guest on here, and I'm chiming in here and not in on the credit thing. But yeah, you will have to set up a consult for that one.
Okay, for sure. So I'll do that. Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
You're welcome.
More no.
Auntie, you had a question?
Oh, yes, as usual. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Love y'all. I just wanted to say, actually, I wanted to piggyback on what you were saying, LaCora, about actually you or Tamika, about the agencies. This is my lane in terms of doing the credit. I don't do it no more, except because I don't have the patience y'all have. But the top five real agencies or whatever behind the TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian are Innovis, LexisNexis, ARS, SageStream, and CoreLogic. Somebody can hopefully type that in. I'll repeat it one more time. Innovis, LexisNexis, ARS, SageStream, and CoreLogic. And the thing about them, in terms of, just as Tamika was saying, opt out, but before you opt out, I'm sorry, and add on Pacer because of this whole child support fuckery. I don't know what else to say. Sorry about cursing. But yeah, you want to add on Pacers because the courts are doing stuff now too. That's keeping stuff on your record. But one of the things that I wanted to say about that is, yes, absolutely opt out. But I feel like you should freeze it or lock it. Sometimes it's the same thing. They have the apps for it, but you should freeze it, and you can get them to send you a number. They're going to send you a PIN number just in case you ever want to unfreeze it. I've been doing this since 1987. I'm sure some people it's like, dang, that's since when I've been born. But you want to freeze it and then opt out after you freeze it. And the reason for that is because sometimes you're not sure when you're still getting denied, because technically after you freeze those, you're not supposed to get it denied anymore. But sometimes if you're not sure, they might double back sometimes and reopen it at some point because you did something that triggered it to be reopened. So that's why you have that freeze number, and you never want to go and unfreeze it. But what you do want to do is just do a personal information update. You just send them a simple letter with like 3 or 4 lines, just saying, I'm just confirming my information and that this is still frozen, or I've opted out, and just confirm the information that they actually have. They will also send you a copy, and once you see that copy, you'll see hopefully that whenever you shut it down, like let's say you shut it down in 95, you really shouldn't see them reporting any further information after 1995. But of course they do it sometime. But that's usually how I do it, in terms of just making sure that it's still closed, and also that they just have like the basic information. So That's all. I really just wanted to kind of share that, to piggyback on what you all shared. And thank you, and I love you.
We love you too. Thank you.
Love you too. Love you too.
Know your rights. You had a question.
Yeah, and now, hold on before you do that. That was perfect information too for y'all to do that. But make sure before you freeze, before you do what Auntie said, get them to send you a copy. Y'all gonna be mad about LexisNexis. LexisNexis know everything about you. They even, and before, not even them. And I don't know if Sis touched on it or not, but the credit report when it comes to your transaction history. What is the name of that company? Oh my God, it's on the tip of my tongue. Well, yeah, I'll think of the name of it in a minute. But early warning services, they the devil. Okay, they work for the devil. They the devil mom, the daddy, and the niece. They the devil. So I'm gonna tell you, order your early warning service report too, because that is a credit report, but it's your banking transaction history. You will be surprised to see that every transaction that you make, every deposit that you do, is on that early warning services report. But let me tell you how to get a quick bag, okay? Because I'm all about getting the bags from these folks. If you read your terms and conditions with your bank, it will tell you that they do not give your information to non-affiliate third parties. Non-affiliate third parties. Well, early warning services is a non-affiliate third party, even though they are owned by Chase, Wells Fargo, and PNC. Yeah, they are. You can use your terms and conditions from your bank, along with the Privacy Act of 1974. Get a copy of your early service report. It is $1,000 per inquiry they got on there. When I tell you every dollar you spend, how much your daily balance or banking accounts, if especially a credit union, and they won't give you an exceed all 52 transactions you did with Amazon or Fashion Nova. That's your claim. And hit they behind with that law and collect the bag. Make sure you send it over to the trustee, attach to 1690, 15 USC 1692 or line down. Send it to the trustee along with your bill statement. I promise you, you'll get a check. And when you get your check, call me and just tell me thank you. I don't want your money, but just tell me thank you. All right, sis, go ahead. LaCour boy.
Know your rights.
Greetings. So here's, I have a question in even more of a situation. So I have a car that's been charged off and I need to acquire the title or the MCO for this car. So there is an electronic lien on the car at the DMV from the research that I've done. So my question is, I know the charge off can come off the credit, but my question is, how can I go about getting the title to this car and having this electronic lien removed from the DMV?
That's more Tamika lead.
Okay, yeah. This ain't my Zoom, but I got y'all.
Go ahead, sis.
So
It's
look,
okay. It's okay.
What state you in?
That's a good question. Okay, so right now I'm in Georgia. The car has Georgia tags on it, but the car is still in my possession. But the car is not here in Georgia. It's in another state right now.
Oh, the car is registered and you got it in Georgia?
Yes, I purchased the
Is
car
that what you're
in
telling
Georgia.
me?
Yes,
Okay,
I
that's
purchased
all
the
I
car
need
in
to
Georgia.
know.
Okay.
Yeah, if you hadn't had that mug real good, but anyway, let me tell you how to stop having a hatch car, okay? First, you only got a electronic lien on there from the DMV because the DMV is a part of the fraud and they bought the original MCO and the original title, okay, from the dealership. A certificate of title only means that there isn't an original title somewhere out there. That's all that means, okay? But it's only on that title at the DMV. So this is what you do. You got a pen? Because I'm only gonna say it once.
Give me
Ready?
1 second to grab one. Hold on.
Okay. And anybody else that got a car or something that they say they got a lien on, you might want to write this down.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. So the first thing you want to do is go on your Secretary of State website for your state or whatever state you acquired your property in, okay? You want to find,
Okay,
you want to do a UCC, you want to do a UCC 11 search.
Okay, so that's
Now with the
that's the UCC
UCC,
11. I'm familiar. Okay.
I'm sorry. So what the UCC 11 is, any lien that any company, mortgage, car, whatever, say that they got on your property, according to the law, if it is not a perfected lien per the UCC, there is no proof of claim, okay? All liens are temporary for 21 days. I'm telling y'all they temporary for 21 days. So when you do the UCC 11 search under your name, it is going to come back that you have no liens. I promise you it will. You're going to order a certified copy of that UCC 11 search if your state does certified copies, but they should. That UCC 11 is going to prove that you do not have a lien. You can take the UCC 11 certified search to your Secretary of State, not the DMV. You got to go to the Secretary of State, which is the head office, if wherever it is in your state, but it's going to be in the capital. I can tell you that much. And the Secretary of State UCC law says, if you know the car or property has been paid off, you can do an oath right there in front of the people at the Secretary of State to remove the lien. You got to do it under oath. Anybody that's dealing with a repossession or a car or anything you're going to do on your car or your house, lien it yourself. When you notice there's no lien on there, lien it yourself. So if they repo and try to sell it, the first person they got to pay is who? You. But when they see the lien in the system, they won't even try to come and repo you because they cannot lien the car yourself. So you will file to lien it yourself is a UCC 1. As far as the MCO goes, you have to get the MCO from the manufacturer. The manufacturer, depending on how old the car is, they may give you a hard time. But y'all know I'm somebody that know everybody that knows somebody. So I do got the access to the MCOs. If you want one and you need it and you can't get it that way, send an email to pathofreedom@gmail.com. I'll connect you with the person that has MCOs. They're all over my page. I have them for my own vehicles as well, which is the ISI to your vehicle. And then the certificate of title that North Carolina had on the car from the previous owner, I rescinded it. There you go. But the key thing is, before you do anything with this rescission or you do anything with a discharge and other debt, lien your own property, guys. There's no lien. And it was temporary for 21 days, and I'll tell you why. Y'all heard me say they sell the note. They transfer the note. The note was transferred before you got out the seat. They are trying to stop the paper trail of everybody who is in possession of the note. And if they did a cancellation of lien and did a lien every time a new owner went and bought the note, that will leave a long paper trail. So they're stopping the paper trail by making the lien only temporary, long enough for the DMV to put it on there to fool you that you still got to pay when you really don't. And there you go. Got it?
That last
You need anything further than that? Set up a consult at pathofreedom@gmail.com.
Okay,
Oh, it's coming.
no. The Secretary of State is where we get that UCC one. That's all I needed to, because you got kind of
Yes.
choppy.
Yes.
Okay, all
File
right,
it to
that's
the
all I know.
Secretary of State
No,
of your
the
state.
UCC, the UCC one is where you're going to file a lien on your own property. The UCC 11 is going to be your certified search to show that under the UCC laws that you don't have no perfected lien on none of your stuff. Okay.
Oh, so what we went to the Secretary of State for?
Oh,
You said something about the
you
Secretary
gonna
of State.
you got to set up a console now, bro. I said I was only saying it once. It's a credit class.
No, but you got choppy. I didn't know if it got choppy. Was
You
part
should
of
have.
the agreement.
You should have stopped me. I'm not going to take over her class.
Oh,
Set up a
okay.
console.
All right. No problem.
If you set up a console,
That's
I
it.
literally walk you through the process. If you set up a console, like you're not going to set up a console, and it's going to be a waste of your time. I will literally walk you through the process. You got 1 hour to get it. Okay.
Gotcha.
Thank you, babe.
All right, Khalil.
You can hear me?
Say that again. You kind of choppy.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I was about to ask a question towards it, but like I'm not gonna repeat that. But I actually got a UCC 11, but I'll wait for the private class. I'm in the private class. I'll wait. I have charge offs on my credit report as well too. I see. I took like charge off on it before, but it's like they give me a hassle, like Capital One and like a little Citizen Bank one, it's like a student loan one. They giving me a hassle. I thought that FTC report and stuff, and it not coming off.
Okay, so send an email and then I'll get with you. I'll wrap this up. So I'll get with you. I think I remember you. So just send an email and we'll talk about it.
Okay, do that. And also with the CPN stuff, like that's probably too much too, but like you can get trade lines, like primary trade lines with them as well too, or too much.
Can you get trade lines with CP?
Like access to get primary trade lines added into CPN.
What? I think you can. You want to add a trade line to a CPN instead of your search?
No, like you know how they got trade lines and a primary, like also a primary trade line as well too. Like, could I do that?
I don't know. Tamika, can you do that?
What kind of trade line are you trying to add?
Like a primary one, like not an authorized trade line, but like a primary one.
You can add a primary one, you can add an authorized one, it just depends on what you're trying to do. But anything can be added.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I'll wait for more questions on the other private side. Okay.
Hey, Tamika.
Yeah.
Hey, when you were saying all that stuff about ordering that report, you said that in the thing literally cut out while you were saying it. What is the name of that report that you said has all your transactions from like the beginning?
Early warning search. Oh, LexisNexis.
You said LexisNexis? Okay.
Yeah, LexisNexis and early warning services for anything related to anything as far as the bank.
Okay, so get a LexisNexis and the early warning services report.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And I typed in the chat about what I was telling him about the UCC 11. I gently typed it in the chat, what you need to do. So
Brian, it's in the chat. As far as the UCC 11, what you need to do, love. Shaquita.
Okay. Sorry. I don't know how to do it.
Hey, Shaquita.
Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep.
I'm over here in the car taking notes. Hello.
Hey.
Thank you for inviting me. I wanted to ask about a code. It was the 16 CFR 433 code when we were talking about the Family Educational Act, and I know everybody was asking what was that code.
I think Tamika mentioned
hear
that
me?
16 CFR 43382.
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. No, there's not, that wasn't the code.
Yes.
The 16 CFR did I call out?
43382?
No. That's not that code.
Yes.
No, it's not a code.
Can you
It
hear
is the act. It is the Family Educational Rights Act of 1974. It's the Family Educational Rights Act of 1974. So I want y'all to think about that. They came out with the Privacy Act when? In 1974. So that's when they created the Family Educational Act. And when I say nobody, even when like social workers and CPS want to go up to your kid's school trying to tell you what to do, that's a violation of the Family Privacy Act of 1974. They are to give your information to nobody. I would use that act to get rid of them student loans. It's the Family Educational Act of 1974, okay? And I'll type it in the chat.
Wow.
Up, somebody already write it. Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you.
That coupled with that Privacy Act, y'all, will get y'all whatever you guys want. I promise you it will.
And
But y'all gotta read
the
it.
other one.
I can't hear you, Shaquita. We can't hear you.
And as far as the terms and conditions with the bank, what?
You went out. All we heard is terms and conditions of the bank. What else did you say?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Nope. We can't hear you now, babe. Thank you, Brian.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I was asking when we were talking about the early warning.
You keep going out.
What about now?
You kept going
Okay.
out.
Well,
Shaquita, you in our private, you in my private class. You can ask me just ask me on Telegram, and I'll give you the
Send her a
answer.
message through Telegram, though. You know why though. Send her a message through Telegram.
Because we can't hear you, darling.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't got to. You don't got to because you don't got to. You could just text it in Telegram.
Yeah, or privately
Okay.
in Telegram.
She said,
Okay.
Shaquita, she said privately.
Okay.
Okay, y'all. So that concludes our class for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Your class.
Yeah.
I'm just a guest, y'all.
My class.
I'm just a guest, y'all.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's only
Oh, wait. You forgot to tell them about the do-it-yourself credit thing.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah. So you can do it yourself. It's called Credit Cake. The link is in the Telegram. I said Telegram. Jesus. The link is in the link tree. It's up and running right now. It's only $30 a month. So you can either do it that way if you don't want to do it yourself.
If you want to,
what you say, Tamika?
no, not you. So make sure you're talking about the 30. So the $30 that you guys are paying, this is not our site. One, we want y'all to know, but this site is absolutely the shit. Okay, if you want to repair your credit yourself, that site, the $30 you're paying is for your monthly monitoring. So that's what it's for. It will give you all 3 credit reports, but there's drop-down boxes where it will literally, depending on your situation, it will create the letter for you. Now, this particular company, she's one of my mentors. I love her to death. Y'all might see her on Facebook. I don't even know what her name is because she got married. But anyway, it allows you to create your letter yourself, whereby drop-down boxes. They will create the full letter and either send it to you in a PDF, or you can pay them. I think it's $3 and they'll mail the letter for you. But the link is going to be in her bio for you guys who want to do it yourself. If you don't think that you could do it yourself or your credit report is more complex, that is beautiful. Ezra thing, she can help you with that. CPNs, trade lines, I can help you with that. MCOs, I can help you out with that. And all the other good stuff y'all know I do that I ain't gonna talk about on this call. Y'all know how to get to me. But yeah, there you go.
Right. So that concludes everything really. So it's in the link is in my bio on TikTok. It's gonna say clean your own credit, and then it's gonna say creditcake.com. So that's if you don't feel like writing the stuff out. I do have examples that I don't mind giving to you guys of my examples. I don't copy anyone's work, so I'm just gonna let you know that now. I don't like doing that. I like my own wording. So I can help you out with that as well. We will have to do a conversation, of course. And depending on what's on your credit, if you don't want to go through Credit Cake and you need me to do it for you, I will be willing to do it for you. I can't tell you the price of what it is because it depends on what's on your credit report. So yeah, that's really about it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the class. And
Can I ask you one quick question before you go? Do you know how long it will be before we get the documents and stuff from the last class?
From the last class, she's still working on her website.
And you know, I emailed you and I told you if you need some help, you can always get with me. So you ain't got to do that by yourself and keep struggling. I keep telling you.
Okay, so the type of people we are.
Okay, so I'm gonna just keep it real because y'all know I don't know nothing but to keep it realness. I've had so many people do that, right? And I have hired people because I pay people. That's just me. I feel like breaking bread with everybody is enough we all can eat. And everybody I have done that to, besides my sister, has done some fuck nigga shit. So I'm sorry it's taking me a minute, but I promise, and I'm not saying that you will, please, because I don't know you. But I don't even want to try to get to know you on that side because I'll be leaning the hell out of folks. But not just that, it's like, I really want to help everybody. I am only one person. Right. But I'm trying to make sure that when I give you guys this info, that you wouldn't need a consultation. I don't feel like the class was as good as I knew it could have been because of technical difficulties, and I'm just like a damn perfectionist with it. But when I do release what I'm going to release to you guys, which will be like this week, I promise it'll be this week, it has some additional things to it. And if anybody is on this call that was on my discharge that shit class, there is an update. So you guys will, I got everybody email, you guys will get an update because y'all heard me say a million times, don't mess with that 1099A because nobody was doing it properly. Well, now we have tests, tried, approved it, used it, and now I have to come back because like I told y'all, I learn every day because they changed their systems. So when they change their systems on me, I can't keep y'all with outdated information. And nor am I gonna make y'all pay for it again. Like who does that? That's not Tamika. So for anybody on here that was on the discharge that shit, be looking out for an email with a full process, a PDF, step by step, 1, 2, 3, do this, of how to properly use the 1099A electronically to get your current bills paid. Pay it up for the year. It does work. We have test tried and approved it. It worked. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you guys the updated information because it was all about the way that the signature and things were put in. I also have to make sure that my intellectual property is taken care of because this is an entire, like, I ain't just doing this. This is like an extension of one of my businesses. And y'all can probably see it. Y'all hear something in my class y'all ain't never heard before. And now you got 11 people on TikTok and Facebook talking about the same shit I did because they got it from me, but they don't even have enough to help the people. And I'm bothered by that. But I am creating a site where you don't have to wait for a class on Saturday, or where you'll be able to go on whenever you get ready with your own little back office, and all the classes will be there. So if you want trust, you could just click it. Stop, start where you want. There's an app for your phone. It got a dictionary on there, like all these laws and books that we're telling you, or acts that we're telling you you're gonna need. It's gonna be right there at your disposal. Click a button, baby, it's gonna be right there. So I know I'm making y'all wait, but baby, when I tell y'all, when I'm done with it, y'all will be good. Now, if somebody got a current court case or something that's going on right now, and you need to get on that do not detain list, like on some emergency or your babies is about to be taken, send an email. I stop, drop it, roll for court cases and babies. Point blank period. And I've been stuck with a lot of court cases lately. If y'all ain't been on my page, go check out the testimony from yesterday. Like straight got that thrown out and he was the felon with a gun and boo-boo, we got it done. So That's just that, but it's coming. I promise you it's coming. And because it's late, y'all know I throw in extra shit. So y'all gonna get some extra stuff, but y'all are like what I'm doing. But I'm almost done. But yeah, I can't trust people. Everybody I trust end up stealing all my shit and they want to run a class. Then they got people messed up. Then the people still got to come back to me because yeah, I am the walking book. So it just is what it is.
And
But I
totally
appreciate every one
understand
of
that.
y'all.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
I appreciate
And one
every one
other
of
question
y'all.
too. I wanted to actually purchase the discharge that shit, but you told me that you would give it to me because of the problems that you were having with the last class, and I just need to know, should I wait
You
till
will,
till you do
yes,
release your website?
Correct. I'm sorry for cutting you off. The reason why discharge that shit can't nobody buy it right now because I gotta put that update on there. Because I say it throughout. I gotta put the update on there to let you guys know that the 1099-C process is for everything on your credit report because they've already canceled it. But we got right now today bills, lights, gas, water.
Right.
So that is going to be added with it. And because I said don't do this in 1099-A because it wasn't being done properly. There's a certain way your name has to be. That name is the fine line between you did it right and it's going to get paid, or you did it wrong and they coming to knock it. And I don't cross fine lines. But once I did it, my physical self, I made sure it went through. Then now I can come back. So I have to give an update for it. So like I said, everybody who bought it, I got your emails. You're going to get an email with an explanation to why you're getting what I'm giving you. And you have a full PDF that literally walks you. It says step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. And you're doing it electronically online. And right now the IRS has been paying out in like 15 days. They paying them bills in like 15 days. So everybody will get a copy of that has bought the discharge, that shit. And then I'll cut it back on for other people to buy it once I do the update.
Are you still using the banks?
We're still using, so let's just say you owe T-Mobile, right? And your bill $200 a month. The way you do this 1099-A, because we are the lender, okay? Now, before I know y'all has hardly seen it, it said Washington on there. People were putting Washington as the lender. Well, the system has changed. Remember I told y'all they change these systems all the time. So they supposed to be then gave the power back to we the people, which is why if you notice you fill out anything that makes you put your country, it now says United States of America, okay? Which basically looks like we the people are back in control. But if you go into Duns and Bradstreet, you're going to see United States, the old one up at the Biden, you're going to see United States, Biden, Kamala. Then if you put in United States of America, it's going to say Trump. So they're still trying to play with us, but they're trying to make us think that we're back in control. So when you do those 1099-As and Cs, you're the lender. Whoever you have to pay is the borrower, okay? So that's what the update is. They are paying now. So say it's T-Mobile, you pay $200 a month. When you fill out that 1099-A, you're going to times 200 times 12 and put that whole amount in there. And what's going to happen is because we 7 months, whatever many months we are into this year, that's going to kick you out of overages and then you're going to get all your money back. Okay. So that's the update. Is good. I'm just adding it to discharge that shit along with the full process. If you follow the PDF, I promise you, if you follow the PDF, you're going to get that bill paid off. Okay. You can do it for your mortgage. You can do it for anybody that you're currently paying. Now, when it comes to anybody on your credit report, you're going to file it as a 1099-C, but you're going to do it electronically online. They've been paying out 10 to 15 days or so.
Now, see, I wanted to mention that, but that was more of my sister thing. So we don't step on toes around here. We family. So, but she just mentioned it to y'all. So yes, the 1099-C, yes, you can. That's for the credit report as well.
Yeah. And then y'all can do the same thing. When you do the 1099-C, and it's going in, that description will be in the updated packet. When you do the 1099-C, you can still upload it to the CFPB so you can make them move a lot faster. You can still, because what happens is when you file it electronically and you did it right, the IRS is going to give you an acceptance, because remember, y'all doing it online. They're going to say it's been accepted. Once it's been accepted, then, and it takes like 2 to 3 days, depending. If you do it on the weekend, it won't take effect until Monday, but you'll see where they accepted it. Then when you get that, it says mailed, that means they mailed it for freaking payment, okay? You can print out that 1099-C after you do it and the IRS accept it, upload it to the CFPB. And what I will personally do, instead of telling them to remove that account, I will tell them to update the account to show all pay as agreed, and that'll make your credit score go up too, okay? And the trade lines, you can add that to your personal credit as well. It doesn't just have to be a CPN. So we got primary trade lines, and then we got authorized user trade lines that are available. So if you got your regular credit score, you're trying to boost it up real quick, then that is an option for you as well. Primary, which you put a card in your pocket. When we do that, I'll show you actual credit you can get plus authorized user accounts. But yeah, the update will be coming out.
Okay, and was that a yes that you're still using the banks as transaction houses, security transaction houses?
Okay, what you mean by that?
Are you still not depositing, but taking your notes to the bank?
Oh, that's
I don't
good.
think I
That's
ever
a-
told you to take the note to the bank.
Yeah,
I
and
told you just you can take your note and you can sign it and you can send it off to the trustee for you to go ahead and get the payment done on it. Like, cause there's more, I do more than one thing depending on what I'm dealing with.
Okay. Yeah,
But if
maybe
you're
I
trying to
missed.
get, if you're trying to get that payment done for something that's current, just do the 1099, go ahead and get it paid. And if you want to get all your money back, which you will, because say you got the house in 2017, when you put the date of acquisition on that form, it's going to go back to the original date, which is going to kick you out of overage check. You see what I'm saying? So you can still do it where you endorse the contract and you send it in, but I'm gonna always give you more than one lawful way, according to them, how you can do something. But you want something paid real quick because the system is about to crash down. Do this in that now.
Hey, Tamika.
All right.
Hey, I had emailed the Pastor Freedom email and everything. And I had sent you over my the letter I was going to send to the trustee, but I had said that whole letter I sent you, I made that to a PDF. I had to put all that stuff together to do it. If that's something that's easy for me. It takes me 2 seconds to put a PDF together. And because I hear you saying that you're putting a PDF together for the 1099-C process, and that's what I actually had sent to you, a PDF that I had put together with documents that came from like 5 or 10 different places.
Who is this?
This Anna.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't look at those emails. My admin do, so I have to tell her to look at them. I don't man none of that good stuff. I can't do all that. But I'll have her. So you sent it to me for me to look it over?
No, whenever we had a consultation, you told me to send it over to that email so you could look at it before I send it. But the reason why I brought it up is because I hear you saying that you need to put a PDF together to do the 1099-C and 1099-A process. I know I can. That literally takes me 5 minutes to put a PDF together with different documents.
Oh, the PDF is already done. I just gotta send it out. But thank you. But I'm gonna have her look at that email too, because I need to see it. I don't man the emails. That ain't me. Y'all talking to on the emails. I can't do the emails and everything else too, because it won't get done. I can promise y'all that. I get stressed too thin, but I'll definitely I'll look at it. I'll have her forward the email to me, because I'm a little lost right now and I still don't even know who I'm talking to. I talk to 1 million people in a day, but I'll definitely look at it. But the 1099-A process is already within the PDF. And I'm just adding it to the discharge that share video. And everybody who got it, it will get a copy of this PDF to do the 1099-A. But I'll definitely look at it though.
All right. So that concludes our class for today. We thank you. And again, pastorfreedom@gmail.com for Tamika.
You're welcome. And send me a DM too. Okay, send me a DM because I don't know who you're at, but send me a DM. But thank you for having me. I appreciate coming on your Zoom. Hey.
Thank you, Sissy. And I love you. And I will talk to you in a minute. See you guys later.
Alrighty. You guys have a good day.
Okay.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Peace and love.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Absolutely. You too.
I do have one question before we go. My question is, are we gonna get a copy of tonight's class, possibly?
I don't know yet. I'm thinking about it.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
You're welcome.
I actually had a
I'm gonna
question.
end up making an announcement. That's what I'll do. I'll make an announcement on my Facebook page.
Before you go, I have a quick question. At the beginning of the class, I got kicked out and I didn't get in until like the last 30, 40 minutes of it. So all the PowerPoint that you showed, I didn't get to see any of that.
Okay.
I sent you a message on Instagram and on, I think, TikTok, letting you know I had got kicked out at the beginning. It was probably like 5 minutes after we started.
Okay. How you get back in?
I submitted another request and I just waited for about 30 minutes and then you let me in.
Okay. Okay, email me and then I'll talk. Okay, this is what I'll do. I'll just make an announcement only for the people that's on here. I'll just make an announcement far as a replay. I'm not computer savvy, so that's why I'm saying I'm thinking about it. So I will have to get some help in that area on how to edit these videos and stuff like that. So I will be making an announcement. Give me by Wednesday and I'll make an announcement on TikTok.
Okay.
Okay, thank y'all.
So LaShare, do you still want us to send you an email?
Say that again.
I said, do you still want us to send you an email? Because that happened to me too. I was in the waiting room and I got in, I came
Yes,
in,
don't send it to Pastor Freedom though, because that's gonna confuse the admin. Send it to, I'm gonna type it in here real quick. Yeah, because that's gonna confuse the admin and then, because those are two different things. I do credit and we know what Sissy do.
Okay.
So I don't want her admin confused at all. So send it to that. So for everybody that's on here, send it to that email. That way y'all will let me know that y'all was on here. And then that way, when I make the announcement, I'll be able to give it to you guys. That we'll do it that way. But y'all got to give me at least until Wednesday and Thursday. Don't be in my email saying you said you was gonna give us this, you said you was gonna give us this. I'll be going crazy, y'all. So just give me to Friday. Next week. Not this week, because I'm moving this week. I'm moving Saturday, so I need next week.
So when you want us to send the email? Because I'm about to blast one out right now, but I don't want to overwhelm you.
No, you can send the email now, but I'm saying like after y'all send the email, you know, people be like, oh, is you sending it? Is you sending it? I'm moving this weekend. I'm on my way to Houston from El Paso, so I'm not gonna be looking at nothing until next week. So you could send it now, at least it'll be there, and when I get to looking at it, I can respond. But like keep sending them and keep sending them, I'm gonna be like, oh no, that's crazy. So yeah, you can send it.
Okay.
But y'all won't get no replay or anything until next Friday. Because this week I'm straight moving. Y'all got the email?
Yep, got it.
Okay, everybody got it? Okay, Denisha, I will see you guys later. Auntie, I will see y'all later. Nisha, Acedia, I hope I said her name right. Alaya. I hope I like that name. I love your name. You got a beautiful name. But good night, y'all. Good night.
Good night.
All right, take care.
Good night.
Thank you so much. We love you too.
Absolutely.
Peace and love.
All right.
Peace and love.
Bye-bye.